Hello, good morning. Welcome to LinkedIn Marketing Minutes. I'm Karen Yankovich, and I am here every morning at 10 a.m. with a simple little relationship marketing strategy tip to help you just take a tiny little baby step every day towards having more impact, influence, and income in your world, and without, having complicated funnels and huge ad budgets. We are live right now on my Facebook business page, my Facebook group, which is, if you have not belonged to it yet, you should join us at linkedinforwomencommunity.com. We're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And speaking of YouTube, I have a YouTube playlist of these little mini videos, these little mini training sessions at marketingminis.com, and you can check them out there. This is September 21st. I've been live every day since September 1st, and so you got 21 videos there you can binge now if you want. And really starting to, I'm really loving the energy around all of this. I'm getting lots of good feedback, tons of great questions. So if you are with me live, I'd love for you to jump in if you have any questions about what we're talking about today, or if you are not. Obviously, you can do the same. You can drop a comment in, and I will get back to you. Also, if there's a topic that I haven't covered yet, feel free to send me a DM wherever you're watching this, and I will, add it to my spreadsheet, because I've got a spreadsheet of upcoming topics, and I can, I'd love to talk about what you want to hear, right? So help me help you, get me some topics. And these daily videos means I need to have a lot of topics, right? Because I want them to be relevant. I'm not looking to just talk a lot of crap, right? So, so that's what we're doing here. One other question that I've gotten a lot is, okay, these videos are great, Karen, but how do they all work together? So I created a quick little video the other day, which you can check out at the link below, sluvideo.com. And when I say the link below, I don't mean below this video, like in the chat, because somebody said to me, I don't see the link below. The link is below my face on this video. You got to type it in, sluvideo.com. And it'll tell you a little bit about the strategies that I talk about, building more connection and credibility and conversation into leading to simple conversions. And that's what all of these strategies are designed to help you do. And if you want to know how they all come together, sluvideo.com has just a short little video. There's no payment for that. There's no opt-in even for that. I don't even need your email address. Just go there and you can watch the video. So what are we talking about today? Today, I want to talk about how some of this can happen fast. Like, listen, there is no better, I believe firmly, and with every fiber of my being, that there is no better place on the internet to build a long game into your marketing. If you want to speak at a conference that is, in 10 months, now's the time you're building relationships with those people, the conference organizers on LinkedIn, like things like that. So the long game on LinkedIn is so powerful. And, it only starts becoming valuable when you start doing it, right? Because you're happy when that 10 months comes around and you've got those speaking engagements on your calendar, right? Even if it's not putting money in your bank account right now. But there's a short game as well. And I want to talk a little bit about that. And the short game is a little bit, it's never ever, by the way, if you've not watched any of my other videos, just, it's never ever going to be spam your network. You know what I mean? Like, reach out to everyone and say, I can help you, with your car insurance or whatever. Like, it is never ever going to be that if you're listening to my videos. It is always about building relationships. But it starts with that, one of the things I talked about, that 4C process that I teach, the connection, credibility, conversation, and conversion. That credibility piece is important. That credibility piece is what leads to the fast conversions. Okay. You've got to show up looking like you're worthy of people's time. And of course, I think that starts with your LinkedIn profile, but there's other places. It starts in the conversations you're having on LinkedIn and on some of these other platforms. It is in, the people you're connecting to, some of the outreach you're doing. And it can happen quickly. I talked in one of the previous videos about LinkedIn should certainly be your money tree. And it is for me, and it should be for you. And here's the deal. If you are if you're watering that money tree consistently, right? If you have a consistent strategy, and it doesn't mean all day, every day, it means a little thing every day or a little thing a couple days a week, right? When you're doing that consistently and you're doing outreach consistently, and because part of this, the long and the short game, right? The success of those come from who's on your calendar, not always how many people have seen your posts. But like I can give you an example. If you go to my profile right now, I'm pretty sure it's still there. I have to actually, I'm going to check right now because I'm not 100% sure it's still there because I'm always changing. I'm talking about my what's in my featured section. Yeah, it is still there. So what's in my featured section? So there's, there was somebody a couple months ago that saw me engaging in a conversation on LinkedIn, somebody I wasn't connected to and I didn't know. She did not know I existed the day before, right? But she saw that I came up in a conversation. I don't even remember what the conversation was about, but I engaged with my audience, right? But I engage intentionally. I'm not, I engage with my strategy in mind, with the types of people I want to bring into my world in mind. And all she saw was my post on that person's thing, but she was able to then check out my profile, and the first thing she saw on my profile was here's how to get on my calendar, right? So there was a link that says want to book a breakthrough call. So she booked that same day. And I remember it was a Friday because I remember it was like 5 o'clock on a Friday. And I was like, oh, how did I not take that time off my calendar? Like, I don't remember what my plans were, but I was like, and I love talking to you guys, but I was just like, wow, it's this, like all of a sudden my day got longer, right? And I unexpectedly, but she, in the meantime, checked me out. Like I have this free masterclass that she was able to easily find on my profile, right? Now we've got the assessment, the what's your marketing style assessment, which you can easily find on my profile. So she checked me out between noon, whatever time it was that she saw my post, and got on my calendar, right? And our call at 5 o'clock. And she got on the call at 5 o'clock, and she's like, "I've been looking for somebody to help me with my LinkedIn strategy. You were the easiest one to get on. Like it was easy to get on your calendar. I was able to get on your calendar the same day. That doesn't happen, right?" And she enrolled in my program, and the program is it's a 4-figure program, right? Like it's a it was an investment for her. So she and that all happened. Like she didn't know who I was 6 hours before this. Okay. How did this happen? The credibility she saw. A couple things. One, I made it easy for her to get on my calendar. I made it easy for her to know who I was. I made it easy for her to see that I'm credible at this, right? Like I've been doing this a long time. I've got lots of recommendations, lots of testimonials. I made it easy for her to get a taste of what I do by sharing things like my podcast and my masterclass and my assessment, right? This is all work I did ahead of time. Right. And now I wish I could sit here and tell you 1+1=2 with this, right? It didn't. I couldn't have predicted when this was going to happen, right? But when you are doing this consistently, this is what happens, right? People get on your calendar and they engage and they feel confident enough to invest in you. But you have to do the work first to at least have them feel confident in investing the time to get on your calendar, right? It's like first you have to show like you're worthy of the investment of their time. And then you can go on to showing up like you're worthy of their investment of their money, right? And that is on you. That is on you. And that's one of the ways that the short game works on LinkedIn. Oh my gosh, I'm in my house by myself and my Roomba just started. I'm like, what is that noise downstairs? Sorry, I thought I was being robbed. Anyway, it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, do you get what I'm saying? So you can't people say to me all the time, I can't, like most of my business comes from referrals, but how do I get more referrals? Well, how you get more referrals? You meet more people, right? Like the credibility piece is the key to the short game on LinkedIn. You have got to do the work to have a great profile. You have got to do the work to get featured in newspapers and media and interviewed on podcasts and things like that, because that gives you the credibility, even if you were doing something else yesterday. If today you were a plumber and yesterday you were an electrician, right? If you're on podcasts talking about plumbing, you're going to get that business because people see you as an expert. Okay. Now, listen, you need to be an expert, right? I'm not saying you can be whatever you want. You can tell people you're a plumber, even if you're not. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're bringing that expertise to whatever your next chapter is, then that credibility is the key to landing the high ticket clients quickly. All right. So sluvideo.com quickly gets you to a sense of how all this works together. If you want to know what it looks like to get some support with this, when you go to sluvideo.com, you'll get an option to get on my calendar, or you can go to the link in my featured section and get on my calendar, right? That's how this works. So I hope this was valuable to you. It is absolutely important. Tomorrow we're going to be diving into actual like LinkedIn strategy. We're going to be talking about creating a LinkedIn summary that converts, a LinkedIn about section that converts. Okay, so I will see you back here 10 a.m. tomorrow, wherever you're watching this.